Hey guys, it's Lane here with Hobbies and Man once again, and today we're going to be doing another first person review. Today we're going to be looking at Boys of Is #1, written by Ryo Minami and published by Viz. This is a Viz signature, and this is a very kind of a very adult book. Honestly, I'm very surprised Viz would publish this. This feels more of a Seven Seas or Yen Press type of book. Honestly, more of a Kodansha type book, in the sense that it feels very similar to Flowers of Evil, and stuff that would go under the Ghost Ship title. So I was pretty surprised that they published this, but I think that they're kind of trying to make sure that Viz stays on top of the game, right? So yeah, this is a seinen, and the genres here are drama, psychological, and thriller, and it does have an adaptation, and it's a live action show, which honestly probably is really good based on what this manga is about. So we follow a sleepy little town and a very loser-esque main character. And he's a loser in the sense that he's a pushover, but also his life is really fucked up. He has an old decrepit grandmother that was really mean to him as a kid, but that now has to be taken care of. He has a mom that is so overworked and has to do whatever she can to make things work, but she needs him a lot. She leans on him. She uses him as a crutch. And because he's a pushover, he can't really escape his life. And then he has an older brother who's very violent and who's kind of an asshole and a shut-in. So his life and who can actually provide for him and his people is very rough, right? And he also basically has only one friend, and everyone else that he knows just treats him like shit, right? However, somehow he ends up meeting a woman slightly older than him, only slightly, I think, like 5 or 6 years older than him. But he's a high schooler, so she's a proper adult, right? And she's sad, and he realizes, oh my god, this girl is this idol from this group that I follow. What is she doing in my tiny little town? Turns out that she's trying to look for a place to die. And she somehow manages to pull him into her suicide plans by basically coercing him via sex, right? And so this is a very harsh look at life and certain people's situations, right? But it's also really interesting. It's kind of like not being able to look away from a car crash, or looking at a very fucked up drama on TV or stuff. And it's really interesting. It's not really too clear what the ultimate plot line of the book is, but it is mostly a life story of this character and this woman, and the kind of way that they're going to find each other, but also probably become this codependent, really shitty relationship that is not good for anyone, right? And it's really good. I really enjoyed it a lot. It basically reminds me of what I felt like when I was reading a John Green novel, Looking for Alaska. It's the only John Green novel I like. But when I was a teenager, I read that and I was like, damn, this is harsh as fuck, right? But reading it now, it's it's not that big of a deal. This is what John Green's Looking for Alaska was trying to be, if that makes sense. It's this kind of situation where this guy has a shitty life. He meets a woman, she changes his life, but she's also sad, and then death happens, and mortality and situations arise, and you're just like, fuck, dude, this sucks. It also reminds me a lot of Flowers of Evil, although Flowers of Evil is kind of different in the sense that one is more of an awakening of a character's life. This is more of a character realizing his life is not going to work, so he's going to try to end it. It's almost like Flowers of Evil is a little bit hopeful, whereas this is completely, off the deep end, completely down into misery. Not that Flowers of Evil is really hopeful, but it has this kind of upwards look to things compared to Boys of Is, which looks completely down, right? So really interesting stuff. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. I honestly want to check out the drama. I want to see if I can find it anywhere to watch it, because it sounds really interesting. So yeah, there we go. That's all I really have to say about Boys of Is. It's one of those series where it's if I tell you what it's about, it's going to be boring. But if you read it, you're going to really enjoy it, probably. As long as you're not someone that gets really depressed by what they read, right? So there you go. That's my thoughts on Boys of Biz. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.